is he?
Okay. So here we go. Folks,
Al,
we work
you
so
got
hard.
it. We got to see your smiling face, buddy. Turn on the video.
I just ca- I just came from workout, so I'm all
It's
not
okay.
ready to be seen.
We
I
don't
just
Next
came
mind.
week
from
I'll be.
workout, Al. I just came from workout too. I mean, Tracy did
Well,
too. Melissa probably did. All
okay.
right, buddy, go ahead.
So here we go. Okay, folks, we work so hard to get a lead, whether it's through calling, the internet, social media, referrals, or door knocking. But at the end of the day, really, it all comes down to one thing. You have to talk to the client and convince them that you are the best choice, right? And that is where NLP becomes incredibly handy. And welcome to a small NLP mini series. And I'm so excited you folks are here. This is not just another class. This is your introduction to one of the most powerful skill sets in communication, influence, and confidence. Frankly, once I learned this skill set many years ago, literally changed my life for real. And probably Leo remembers that better than anyone else. NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. It's all about understanding how language shapes our thoughts and behavior, and how to use the knowledge to become more effective, more persuasive, and more intentional in the way we speak and listen. Think of it like becoming a Jedi with words. This is about language and for clarity, leadership, and connection. And yes, of course, you know, all we want closing more deals as well. Here's how it's going to work. Each session is short and focused, just 15 minutes per week for 4 weeks. Frankly, you're not going to become a Jedi Master in 4 weeks, but these 15 minutes, they'll give you tools you can use immediately in your business and personal life. Now, because this knowledge is so powerful, there is one core rule: use it only for good. NLP is not manipulation, it's about helping people make better decisions, removing resistance, and creating win win outcomes, of course, with integrity. If you're serious about learning, really, I'm asking for one thing from you: commit to practice. That's where the magic happens. Each day, you write 5 sentences and submit them to Robert. That's all your homework is. Simple and easy. Quick, and it's what will turn this from a theory and the class into a skill set for you. When I did this class 15 years ago or so, my coach had asked me to write 15 sentences per day. Okay. And I had to submit before joining the class 5 $1,000 checks to him. And for each day that I didn't do my homework, he would cash in one check. Okay. So it was heavy penalized. And the class was for 6 months. Okay. So think about, with all the things I was doing, I had to do 15 sentences per day and I had only to midnight. But this is pretty simple: 5 sentences, and it's for your own skill set. Okay. So if you're ready to speak more clearly, connect more deeply, and become more influential, meet me here next week, same time, same place. That's all I had to say, Robert. Neil, this is just the
So,
introduction. Yeah.
Al, great stuff. Do we have any questions? You were very concise, very specific, very direct. But I'm sure we've got a couple of questions out there, don't we, Robert?
Could we get an
Certainly.
example of the question of the statement? Questions or
Of the
statement?
sentence,
Yes.
Al?
Um,
Can
I
you
don't
can you
understand the question.
can
Oh,
you give an example of a sentence that might
oh, okay. So, for example, sentences that like I said, I have probably thousands of sentences that I wrote, but one simple one is, okay, um, Neil, when we meet today, you begin to realize how easily the sale of your home will be. This is one simple, and you'll just throw it in your discussions. Neil, the more clients the more agents you talk to, the more you realize that once you meet with me, you'll be so excited to list your home with me. There is so many questions and which would work with embedded commands. The more this, the more that. We're just gonna go through one sample embedded commands. Makes you, embedded commands like feel good. Um, there's hundreds of, that you give commands to people to do what we say. That will be for our next meeting when I go through the embedded commands.
Not sure what you mean.
So, those of you that have interviewed with me to join the company over the last 25 or 30 years, I'm sure you recall one of the questions that I ask about a third of the way in is, or it's actually a statement, is so Al, my sense is you're beginning to really feel like this would be a great company for you, correct? And
Yes.
they're nodding because we're nodding. That's a little more advanced. Uh, but when you use stuff like that, you get the information, the person gives you hopefully a positive nod yes, and then you start taking them down the closing road. If they don't give you a positive nod yes, then what you would do with them is you would work on some more closes on them. And having studied this, do not be careful. Do not do this stuff unless you're practiced in it, because you're going to end up getting yourself tied up in knots, right, Al?
Absolutely. So some of the embedded commands, again, this will be for our next lesson, but will be buy now, do it, you like me, get excited. So you take a sentence and you put what you want in that sentence and you embed it in their mind. And it's slowly during the conversation, because the mind, again, is two separate. We have the conscious and the subconscious mind. Their subconscious mind is hearing the embedded command, like me, list with me, feel better. So you say, once we meet, you start to feel better about our conversation. So you just keep putting the embedded commands you want. And the only way you're going to get better is by practicing this. There's no other way to get better. So you just figure out the conversation. That's why when you're in a situation, sometimes the scripts are great, but sometimes situation comes up that is outside the script. So what are you going to do?
This sounds like Matthew Ferry's NLP.
That
Well,
was my point.
who trained Al? Al,
Yes,
didn't Matthew
yes,
train you
he
originally?
was my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had what he called the adult coaching program, where you had paid for coaching, plus you gave him 5 $1,000 checks. And if you didn't do your homework, he'd cash the check. And let me tell you something, he cashed the checks.
Yes.
Right, Al?
And if
Yes.
anybody would like to do that, Neil and I are open for business.
We are definitely, we'll give you.
I am too.
Yeah, but you have to do the sentences. Good stuff. All right. Any other questions?
Interesting.
Robert, anything else you wanted to share?
Where do we
So,
send the sentences to, Robert?
just send it to my email. I'll put my email in the chat box.
And the text
And
into Walnut under my name.
yeah, I was gonna say someone's gonna definitely be monitoring this for me. But you know what? I hope I get so overwhelmed with emails that I need someone to monitor this for me, because if I only get 5 people doing this, just be honest, I wasted Al's time. There's enough of you on here that you're clearly interested in this, and we hear about it all the time. And even if you're not totally sold on the concept of it, again, this is the guy that's been the leader of the #1 team for 24 straight years. So I don't know, just do it anyways. I mean, if it works for him, just do it anyway. So I'm glad that everyone's here and you got a little bit of the intro. He gave you a couple like sample sentences so you understand a little bit. Next week, we're going to really dive into it. So commit to the next 4 weeks on this Zoom channel at 8:15. But you got to be on time, because like Al said, it's only going to be 15, 20 minutes max. So you got to be on time. 8:15, get on here, listen to what he says, write the sentences, and even in 4 weeks, you'll see an impact for sure. So I'm glad that you're here.
Robert, I have an example.
Yeah.
You're not just selling the house, you're stepping into the next chapter of life. Let's talk about what's more important than the next move. Is that an
Yep.
NLP statement?
That's a shift. That's a level shift. Yes, but it's
Yes.
way more advanced than
That's
just
very advanced.
So we
Yeah.
need to
Good.
get something a little bit less advanced.
Yeah, it
Well,
would be
this-
for sure.
this-
We have to crawl before we have to crawl before we walk.
Hey, Neil, we're trying here, okay? So
I know.
I love it.
know.
I love it.
Some
love it.
knock
Well,
it.
that was a good sentence. Yet we're gonna start from the beginning, and this is just gonna be working on embedded command, using it in the sentence, and a tie down. Because without a tie down, you won't be able to go to the next level. So we're just gonna do 4 classes on this, and also mimicking people. We're gonna practice on that too. So it's gonna be 4 small sessions, but it's gonna be a complete lesson, in my opinion, that I have created in my head, that you can use on these sentences to get to the next level with your clients.
Can I make a statement? Good morning, it's Emma from Chino Hills. Tie down, can you define that, please?
Yes.
It's
Does that
rope
make
with
sense?
knots.
It's
That
a
we
question.
know.
Yeah. It ends with a question. Does that make sense? Right. It's all tie downs when you talk to people. For example, I'm going to use the same example. Once we meet, we begin to realize why so many people use me to get their home sold. Does that make sense? Now, in their head, maybe all these words don't make sense, but they'll pick up the embedded commands that you embedded in your sentences. And in the future, in your conversation, all those are going to come into play. And all of a sudden, you'll see that they're smiley face and they're ready to list the home. So we're gonna go through the sample sentences, but these are going to be your sentences that you're going to create. Okay, you're going to think of examples, you're going to think of situations that has come up that you've struggled, and you're going to use embedded command. But again, I don't want to go too advanced. Just we're going to use embedded command for next week. So think about that, do some research on it. So when you come, because again, it's 15 minutes short and focused. We're going to just hammer out what it is, and we're just going to move on to the next lesson. Make sense?
Yes. Yes.
That was a tie down, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
Thank you.
so everybody's going to be here next week. This is perfect. Of course, the reason that I'm excited is because I'm going to capture all of you in role play. So I'm going to give you an example of it right now. Anyone that wants to stick around, I'm going to do a role play with some of our expired group, which we do expired work at 8:30 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So anyone that wants to play with expireds here, I'm going to do that for the next 30 minutes. The rest of you, if you want, you can leave. I'd prefer you didn't. You'd be better off if you didn't. So we're going to do this right now.
Okay, Leo, I'm gonna sign off.
Al,
if there's
thank
no-
you. Robert Kofer, thank you for setting this up.
Thank you.
You guys are great.
for that information.
You guys are great. Thank you, everybody. Okay,
Neil-
here we go.
Neil,
Go ahead,
before we dive
Robert.
into
Go
Neil,
ahead.
before we dive into expireds, do you want us to do the open mic daily sign-in sheet?
Yeah, let's do that. That's great. Explain, but we need to explain what it is, please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Well, Jesse, you take the lead.
Rock,
You
paper,
got
scissors
this.
for it.
You got it.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are new, here's what we're gonna do from 8:30 to 9. We're gonna do a rapid fire role play session. At 9, we're gonna start our open mic prospecting. What that means is that absolutely everyone is muted except for one person doing their prospecting live. It doesn't matter who you're calling, you just have to be unmuted. It's great for accountability. So let me go ahead and share my screen and let me know what time slot you want.
I can do 9.
9 for Lupita.
Emma for 11.
Yes, please.
Emma for 11.
Miguel 11:30.
Miguel 11:30.
Where did Neil go?
Neil's here.
Oh, okay.
Neil's not going anywhere. I'm going to teach expireds when we're done with this. So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can do 9:30 and 10.
9:30 and 10 for
Valerie.
Valerie. All right, Valerie taking a power hour this morning. Oopsie. All right, there we go.
don't forget at 12:15 today, I'm interviewing Randy Pritchard. Sorry? Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay, Randy Pritchard, who works in Bishop, California. The total number of closings in the whole Board of Realtors is about 238, and she sells 75 of those a year.
All right, we still need the 1 o'clock slot, 1:32, 2:30. 1 o'clock, 1:30, 1, 2, and 2:30.
Brandon at 1.
Brandon at 1.
Neil, we have a lunch and learn here at the office, at the Walnut office. At 12.
Well, this is 12:15, so it'll work out fine.
All right, let's look past 12, 1:30.
I'll do 1:30.
1:30 for Emma. Emma, do you want to do a power hour by any chance?
If I do, then 11 is out of the question.
You know what?
Come on, Emma.
I'll take
It's
your
not
11,
that.
Emma.
1:30 is fine. Brand, I need sorry.
Thank you.
I need 2 and 2:30. Somebody to take 2 o'clock slot.
You put me in where?
All right, Mr. Brandon. I'm gonna give you 2, and I need someone for 2:30.
I'll do 2:30.
All right, Mr. Marco for
Oh,
2:30.
Marco, baby.
There we go, just like that.
Marco, don't go anywhere. I'm going to showcase you here in a minute.
Oh no, let me go get some coffee.
You better record. Okay, good.